All right, let's dive into one of the most important skills in social tango, and that's floorcraft. It's really the art of navigating that beautiful, but let's be honest, sometimes totally chaotic dance floor. You know the feeling, right? You're standing on the sidelines, the music is just perfect, but you look out at the floor and it just seems like a wild mess. That fear of stepping on someone, or worse, cutting somebody off. It's real, but I promise you, there's a hidden logic to it all. Exactly. That's not chaos you're seeing. It's a silent, nonverbal conversation happening between dozens of people at once. And today, we're going to learn the language of the dance floor so you can jump into that conversation feeling totally confident. So, first things first, we have to start with the single most important rule that controls absolutely everything on the floor. If you get this one concept, everything else just kind of clicks into place. This is the foundation. And that concept is called the Ronda. You can think of it like a big, slow-moving river, and every single couple is flowing together, counterclockwise, around the room. Now, this isn't just a polite suggestion, it's the rule. It's what keeps tango from turning into a game of bumper cars. Yeah, the best analogy, honestly, is a highway. It's a circular roadway where everyone is traveling in the same direction. Once you see it that way, it all makes sense. I mean, you would never drive against traffic on the highway, right? Same thing here. You never, ever move clockwise against the flow. And just like any good highway, the ronda has lanes. You'll see dancers naturally create these concentric circles. Usually, the outside lane is for couples who are a bit more experienced or are moving with a bit more speed. The inner lanes? They're perfect if you're taking it a little slower. The key is to just pick a lane and try to stick with it. Okay, so now we get the map of the dance floor. But how do you actually get on and off this highway? Let's get into the practical side of things. Entering, dancing, and exiting without causing a pileup. So, getting on the floor takes a little bit of patience. First off, you always wait for the cortina. That's the little musical break between songs. As you get to the edge of the floor, the leader needs to make eye contact with the leader of the couple that's coming towards you. It's a quick, silent, "Hey, can I slip in here?" Once you get a nod or see a clear opening, you just merge into traffic, nice and smooth. And once you're on, the rules of the road are pretty simple. Stay in your lane and try to match the general speed of the couples around you. Overtaking another couple is a huge no-no. It really messes with the flow. And remember, the dance floor is for dancing. It's not the place for a lesson or a long chat. You dance with your partner for the whole set of songs, which is called a tanda. Getting off the floor gracefully is just as important. When you fear that last song of the tanda starting to fade, you slowly begin to move toward the edge of the floor. You leave during the next cortina. Oh, and one last thing, and this is huge. Leaders, you always escort your partner back to their seat. It's a massive sign of respect. Okay, so you're on the floor, you're in your lane, you're moving with the ronda. But what moves do you actually do? Because what you choose to dance in a packed room is just as important as how you drive. This is where you see styles like milonguero just thrive. See, this style wasn't just made up for fun. It literally evolved out of necessity in the super crowded dance halls of Buenos Aires. The whole thing is built around a close chest-to-chest embrace and small, rhythmic steps that are designed to take up almost no space at all. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? When you're tight on space, you get creative. Instead of just stopping, dancers invented entirely new ways to express the music without bumping into their neighbors. It's innovation born from limitation. And the ocho cortado, the cut 8, is the perfect example. So imagine a leader starts a classic figure 8 move, but then realizes, whoa, there's no room to finish this. So what do? They just cut it short, turning it into this sharp, tidy little step that stays right on the spot. It's a brilliant solution. So what this all means is you have to pick your vocabulary carefully. We're talking small, compact steps, not big, sweeping ones. Any little flourishes or adornos, they gotta stay low to the ground. Those big dramatic high kicks, the boleos, they look amazing on a stage, but they're honestly kind of dangerous on a social dance floor or milonga. You're dancing social tango, tango de salon, not stage tango, fantasia. Big difference. All right, let's zoom out for a minute, because all of these rules, they're about something much bigger than just not bumping into people. It's really about a certain mindset. At the end of the day, floorcraft is really about awareness. It's about being truly present. You're not just communicating with the person in your arms. Your movements, your choices, they're all part of a bigger conversation with every single couple in the room. And it really does boil down to those three things: awareness, respect for the shared space, and the ability to adapt. When you realize you can't do that big, flashy move you had planned, what do? You improvise. You create something new, something that fits that specific moment. And that is the true beauty of social tango. You see, this is the big idea that changes everything. You aren't just one couple dancing in a room, you're part of this collective organism. Your goal isn't just to dance well for your partner, but to contribute to the harmony of the entire floor, to become part of that single, breathing, moving thing, the Ronda. So, let's circle all the way back to the beginning, back to that dancer standing on the edge, looking at what seems like an intimidating, chaotic mob. Because with this new way of seeing things, that crowd, it's not a scary obstacle anymore. It's a sign of life. It's the beating heart of a healthy, vibrant community. The floor is packed because every single person there wants to be a part of that same beautiful, connected energy. The crowd isn't the problem. The crowd is the whole point. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. We tend to think of improvisation as the steps we create with our partner. But what if the highest form of improvisation in tango is actually how we adapt our dance from one second to the next, not just to the music and our partner, but to the 30 other couples all sharing that same space with us?